When the world seems too loud, when the noise of other people's opinions clings to you like a second skin, there is only one path forward. You must turn inward, strip away the illusions, and forge yourself in silence. The greatest battles you will ever fight are not against other men, not against markets, not against time, but against the untrained chaos inside your own mind. And if you conquer that battlefield, you will stand alone at the top, calm, clear, untouchable. Every empire ever built began first in the unseen territory of a single mind. Carnegie did not touch steel before he tempered his spirit. Edison did not command light before he learned to command his doubt. Disney did not sketch castles in the sky until he defeated the small voice that said, "You are too small for such dreams." The invisible always precedes the visible. The mind shapes the hands, the belief shapes the labor, the dream shapes the reality. So ask yourself, whose mind are you building every day? Yours? Or the world's? Do you wake up and pour your energy into complaints, gossip, envy? Or do you wake up and pour it into the furnace of your vision? Most people never ask. Most people drift like leaves in the wind, slaves to every breeze of distraction, chained to comfort, addicted to comfort, terrified of the truth that comfort never built anything worth remembering. Stand up, stand still, breathe in the silence that most people run from. Inside that silence is your raw material, the iron or you must smelt into discipline, purpose, direction. Master your thoughts and you master your days. Master your days and you master your years. Master your years and the world will call you master long after your bones return to the soil. So where do you begin? You begin where all true revolutions begin, with belief. If you do not believe you can be forged anew, you will remain rusted where you stand. Belief is not wishful thinking. It is not daydreaming. Belief is a contract you sign with your future self. It is a sacred oath that says, "I will outlast my excuses." It is what lifted Lincoln from the dirt floors of a cabin to the marble steps of a nation's history. It is what made Henry Ford break the back of an industry that said, "Horses are good enough." If you want the world to bend to your will, bend your will to the discipline of daily belief. Speak it until your tongue tastes the iron of it. See it until your eyes burn with the light of it. Walk it until your legs ache from the miles you've traveled inside your mind. This is not magic, this is law. The law of vision. The law that says energy flows where attention goes. You have been given this power, squander it or shape it. The choice is yours, as it has always been. Now listen. It is not enough to believe. Belief without clarity is a ship without a rudder. It drifts until the rocks of distraction tear it apart. You must know what you want in vivid detail. You must see it when you close your eyes at night and feel it in the cold hours of dawn. Carnegie saw an empire of steel when all he held was an idea. Disney saw an empire of laughter when the world only offered him ridicule. They did not wait for permission. They did not ask for signs. They wrote the signs themselves on paper, on napkins, on scraps no one else valued, until those scraps became castles and skylines and kingdoms of industry. Write it down. Carve your vision into your daily existence so deeply that doubt has no room to breathe. Define what you will not accept. Define what you will die for. Because if you do not know what you stand for, you will kneel for anything. The world loves a mind without clarity. It sells you distractions, petty wars, meaningless trophies that rust in forgotten drawers. But a man or woman with clarity cannot be seduced. They walk through the world like a storm that answers to no one. And yet clarity alone is not enough. You must wake every day and wage war on hesitation. Purpose without action is a sword left in the sheath. Draw it, swing it, sharpen it every morning. Discipline is your blacksmith. It hammers your raw or into the blade that cuts through fear. Without discipline, your mind is a palace overrun by thieves. And the greatest thief is procrastination. It steals more dreams than failure ever could. Edison did not wait for the light bulb to appear. He failed 1,000 times so the world could see at night. Ford did not wait for the assembly line to build itself. He stacked brick upon brick of effort, each one mundane, until the extraordinary emerged. The difference between the average and the great is not talent. It is the willingness to do the boring thing again and again until it becomes a kingdom no one can take away. So rise early. When the world still sleeps in its illusions, you rise into your reality. Carve your hours like a sculptor chisels stone. Each cut a promise to your future self. Win your morning and you win the day. Win enough days and you win your life. The man who masters himself before dawn commands a world that never saw him coming. Do not be fooled by the noise of the masses. They will mock your early mornings. They will scoff at your routines. They will roll their eyes at the sacrifices they don't have the courage to make. Let them. The masses have never built empires. Only the few who stand apart, who choose discomfort over decay, who bleed willingly today so they do not starve tomorrow. And when doubt whispers, for it will always whisper, you meet it with the steel of your habits. The disciplined mind does not beg for motivation. It does not wait for the weather of feelings to be perfect. It gets up and moves anyway. The disciplined mind becomes a force of nature, indifferent to excuses, immune to the sweet poison of tomorrow. Purpose, discipline. But to master yourself fully, you must also hold gratitude in your grip. Not the shallow gratitude of polite words, but the deep, unshakable gratitude that roots you when storms come. Because they will come. Life will test you. The losses will cut. The betrayals will sting. The failures will mock your plans. But the one who gives thanks for the test as much as the triumph becomes unstoppable. Lincoln knew loss, buried children, lost elections, endless ridicule. Yet he thanked Providence for every hardship that shaped him into a man fit to hold a fractured country together. Gratitude is not weakness, it is a weapon. It turns wounds into wisdom, setbacks into stepping stones. It is the secret alchemy that transforms the poison of defeat into the fuel of resilience. Look around you. Everything you have today was once something you begged for. Do not insult it by ignoring its value now that it is here. Be thankful for the roof, the hunger that pushes you forward, the problems that demand your evolution. Every problem is a doorway, every obstacle a tutor. Gratitude keeps you humble when you win and hungry when you lose. But never confuse gratitude with contentment. You must hold two truths at once. I am grateful and I demand more. I honor what I have and I will not settle here. The world's great builders are always torn between praise for the present and hunger for the next summit. Carnegie did not rest when the first rail was laid. Edison did not retire after the first spark. Disney did not fold his hands when the first castle rose from Florida swampland. So cultivate that tension in your soul, the fire that says thank you, but not enough. That fire burns away weakness. It lights your vision when the nights are long. Calls you to adapt when the plans fail, because they will. Adaptability is the final edge of mastery. The rigid mind snaps when the winds shift. The flexible mind bends, pivots, and survives to fight another day. Ford adjusted his factories when the market trembled. Edison reinvented his failures until they produced light. Disney reimagined failures into fantasies the world still lines up to see. When your plan breaks, bend with it. Forge a new plan. When your path closes, cut a new road. There is no single map to greatness. There is only the mindset that whatever comes, I remain unbroken. That is mastery. Not perfection, but unbreakable reinvention. Learning becomes your daily ritual. Not the dry memorization of facts, but the living study of your own mind, your industry, your weaknesses, your strengths. Read what others ignore. Ask questions others are too proud to ask. Sit at the feet of those who have bled where you stand. The wise build libraries where the foolish build excuses. Carnegie filled his mind before he filled his pockets. Edison's workshop was as much a library as a laboratory. Lincoln devoured books by candlelight while the world slept. Your greatest advantage is not your resources, it is your resourcefulness. The mind that feeds itself daily cannot be starved by circumstance. And so you stand here listening, but listening is not enough. Thoughts alone will not save you. Dreams alone will not deliver you. What saves you is the vow you make now, the vow to master yourself, piece by piece, habit by habit, day by day. To rise when you don't feel like rising. To read when you'd rather sleep. to act when fear tells you to wait, to speak belief over doubt, to hammer excuses into dust until all that remains is the raw steel of your will. Master yourself and the world bends, the noise fades, the illusions dissolve, and all that's left is the quiet power of a mind that answers to no one but its own vision. This is your time. This is your furnace. This is your forge. And you are both the blacksmith and the blade. Strike now while the iron is hot, while your doubts are trembling at the gates of your resolve. For every hour you delay, the rust creeps back in. The old habits scratch at the door like hungry wolves. They wait for your weakness. They feed on your comfort. Starve them. Starve them with action so relentless they dare not return. Understand this, every second wasted in hesitation is stolen from your future fortune. You are not owed another year, another day, another breath. Time is the only currency you cannot earn back. Carnegie bought steel with sweat and vision, but not a second of youth. Edison traded sleep for light but could not invent another hour in the day. You have exactly what they had, a mind, a waking moment, and the power to decide what to do with it. So decide. Decide now that excuses will find no shelter in your mind. That comfort will beg for your attention but be turned away at the door. That small thinking will die in the light of your new discipline. Because this world, this loud, crowded, distracted world, belongs to those who dare to focus. And focus is the ultimate rebellion. While they scroll, you study. While they complain, you create. While they waste, you work. And one day, when your vision stands solid in the sun, when your children walk roads you paved with early mornings and iron discipline, they will call you fortunate, lucky, blessed. Let them. You will know the truth. You were simply willing to master what they ran from, yourself. But mastery is not a moment. It is not a ceremony or a trophy. It is a grind. It is daily work in the shadows where no one claps. It is the quiet hours when your bones ache and your mind whispers, "Why not quit?" And you answer, "Because I said I would finish." You don't negotiate with weakness. You don't bargain with fear. You do the work because that is who you are now. The one who stays when others run. The one who stands when others kneel, the one who holds the line inside his own mind. And do not fear failure. Fear nothing except becoming a ghost in your own life. Half alive, half waiting, half hoping that maybe, someday, somehow, success will tap you on the shoulder. It will not. It bows to the ones who chase it down, drag it into the daylight, and chain it with discipline. Failure will come. Welcome it. Learn from it. Adapt because of it. The master knows the lesson is never wasted if the student is willing. Lincoln's defeats taught him more than his victories ever did. Ford's bankruptcies became the blueprint for his factories. Edison's burned lab became the birthplace of inventions that lit up cities. So burn away your fear of loss. Risk is the toll you pay for greatness. Comfort is the penalty you pay for mediocrity. Choose wisely which bill you pay every day. And if the world does not believe in you, good. Let that disbelief become the wind at your back. Prove them wrong by proving yourself right, in silence, with sweat, with hours no one sees. Let them laugh, you'll be too busy building what they said you never could. One day they'll look up and see your name where only your dream once stood, etched in steel, in light, in legacy. But all of it, all the victory, the wealth, the respect, the freedom, none of it means anything if you cannot rule your own mind. You cannot buy self-mastery. You cannot inherit it. You cannot borrow it. You must forge it alone, one honest choice at a time. One early wake up. One page read. One temptation resisted. One action taken despite fear. These bricks stack higher than any tower money can build. So master yourself. Master the chatter in your head that says not today. Silence it with I will. Master the pull of comfort that says rest a little longer. Answer with rise now. Master the weakness that says you've done enough. Crush it with there is more within me yet. Because at the end, when the dust settles and your story is told, no one will remember the nights you slept in. No one will remember the gossip, the scrolling, the excuses. They will remember what you built, how you stood, who you became. They will remember that you mastered yourself, and in doing so, mastered everything else that dared to stand in your way. So stand now in the quiet before dawn. Stand where the world can't see you, can't praise you, can't applaud your effort. Stand in that sacred solitude and make your vow. Promise yourself that this mind, this flesh, this fleeting moment of breath will not be wasted on regret. Promise that you will take the raw clay of your habits and shape them into something immortal. Promise that when comfort comes knocking with its sweet poison, you will answer with the locked door of discipline. Feel the weight of that promise settle on your shoulders like the armor of a warrior. Because you are at war, not with the world, but with your old self, your lesser self, the self that clings to yesterday's excuses and tomorrow's lies. You have no time for that self now. You are building something far too vast, far too magnificent, to let old ghosts hold the hammer and chisel. Look in the mirror and know this truth. Everything you seek is already inside you, waiting behind the walls you built out of fear and doubt. The wealth you crave, the respect you want, the freedom you dream about, all of it blooms the moment you tear down the prison bars of your own mind. Master yourself and the world becomes a mirror, reflecting the power you wield within. Master yourself and you will not flinch when storms come. You will stand unshaken while others scatter like dry leaves. Master yourself and no betrayal can break you. No setback can bury you. No failure can define you. You become the sculptor of your days, the commander of your fate, the final authority over who you are and what you will be. So breathe in this truth: you are not small. You are not powerless. You are not bound by the limits they handed you. The same blood that burned in Lincoln, in Edison, in Carnegie, in Disney, flows in you. The same force that built steel empires, lit cities, and dreamed worlds into existence. It hums in your bones, waiting for your command. This is your moment to claim it. Not tomorrow, not someday, not when the timing is perfect or the stars align or someone gives you permission. Now, while your heart still beats, while your hands can still build, while your eyes can still see the vision no one else can see. Master your thoughts, speak only what builds you. Master your habits, let them become the bricks of your legacy. Master your choices, let them carve your path through the fog of doubt and the jungle of failure. Master your days, let each sunrise find you stronger than the last, more relentless, more certain, more alive. And when the final night comes, when your story is done and your bones return to the earth, let the world stand in the shadow of what you built. Let them point to the roads you paved, the fires you lit, the minds you awakened, and know, without question, that it all began the moment you chose to master yourself. No one will give you this crown. You forge it. You earn it. You wear it alone. And when you do, you will understand what every great soul understood: that the world was never your enemy, you were. And once you conquered yourself, there was nothing left to fear. Master yourself. Master everything.